On my first backpacking trip of the year, and I'm in Daniel Boone National Forest in Kentucky, and specifically I am in the Red River Gorge wilderness area. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm sure you can. There's an absolutely deafening hum around me. And I wasn't really sure what it was. Honestly, after driving 5.5 hours, I was worried it was like a belt on my car. Then I saw their corpses on the ground and I realized it's cicadas. Thousands of them. Oh, what a ruckus. Looks like I want to go right, and I'll be coming back from the other way. Carry on. What the heck? Oh, wow. Where am I right now? Can't even see all the way up there. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. Oh. The way the sun shines through those magnolia leaves, they look so cool. Prehistoric. Oh. Hi. Oh, that is so cool. Ooh, that's a big step. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be tricky with the bag. Ugh. Oh. All right. It's like I'm crawling on the ground. Like one more step. All right. Been hiking for a while now, and I am on, I think, Trail 100. Where I started was much more in the gorge with rock cliffs and just really beautiful scenery. This trail is more on top of a ridge, so kind of just in a forest. It's pretty flat. Probably gonna hike for a few more hours before I make camp. I'd really like to camp at least a little bit closer to a creek. Try to find some water access. Headed back down from that ridge finally. Oh, I can tell I'm getting tired because going downhill, my legs are feeling like jello. Going downhill means I should be coming up to that creek I saw on the map, and then hopefully I can find somewhere to camp. I can hear water, so I know it's going to be a good creek. Hopefully I find a campsite. If not, I'll make my own. But I feel like I'm not the only one who prefers an awesome creekside site, right? Oh, I can taste it. Well, it's almost 5 o'clock, and it seems like the perfect time to stop. I was definitely feeling tired, and the site is pretty close to the creek. I foolishly forgot my water filter, so I can't just scoop up 2 liters of water and filter it up here. I actually have to just use my 1 liter pot to boil water. Whoopsies. Brought my bag down to the creek because I realized it was easier to carry this than all the little parts that I needed. Food bag. Hot. This exciting new toy. What could that be? I think that's kind of everything right now. This is a stick stove. So I don't have to use fuel. Just need sticks. And I can build my own fire. Practiced once at home. I have not used it in the bush yet. These little pins help hold it in place. I already collected a bunch of sticks. Hopefully this is enough to boil my water tonight. This piece goes on top, and then these 2 rods can basically create a grill anywhere you want. It's raging now. Should be adequate to start my larger sticks. The cool thing with this is you can feed sticks in through the front. So they don't have to be the perfect length. You just feed them through the front, and then as they burn, you just kind of feed them forward. This water is nice and clear. Honestly, I think it'll be pretty easy to use. It's a lot easier to find little sticks to make a fire than a bunch of firewood. I mean, even just looking around this beach, there's a bunch of sticks I can use. So I thought about bringing a fuel stove and decided against it. So I'm challenging myself to use this as my primary fuel. And now that I don't have a water filter, it's even more important that I use it. So hopefully it does well for me. Well, it's 7:30 and I am in the hammock. It's a little early, but just seemed like the right thing to do. Got everything done around camp. I'm just going to relax, probably read a book, unwind. get up early in the morning and start a new day. Moved back down to the creek to make some breakfast. Got more hiking to do today. Depending on how I'm feeling and how long I want this trip to be, there's kind of a side quest hike that involves a few geological features and I think maybe a waterfall. Breakfast is my usual oatmeal and coffee. I use instant coffee and pre-mix it with sugar and creamer so that it can just be scooped into the cup, add water, and ready to go. Woohoo! Oatmeal. If you haven't watched my videos before, I pre-package my oatmeal in bags for each meal, and then I just add the water to this bag. That way I just don't have to clean any dishes. It's easy, convenient. It was kind of hard to find some dry-ish wood today. All my stuff is really damp in my hammock too from the humidity. Makes starting a fire a little challenging. Hopefully the smaller stuff will still catch. Get my fire starter actually on my wood. There we go. I guess what I'm finding with the stick stove is that it just has to be constantly fed. It's a hungry beast. Okay, so back down by the water. Here's the thing. I just put my shoes back on. I don't know. It might be a mistake to get wet feet. Honestly, I might just do it. So the trail goes that way, but it looks like people have kind of gone up and across and over. So I think I'm gonna follow that path. Whoa. This is a lot harder with a heavy pack. Actually, that was not bad at all. I'm glad I didn't change for that. Little waterfall. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, this spot is magical. Oh man. I hope this rock isn't slippery. I'm sure it's fine. Oh god. See, this is how I do things. Panic for a while and then I do it. And then it's fine. It's just high stakes when you have a big heavy pack on, you know? You could very easily lose your balance and topple over. Oh my gosh, it's so cool over here. Wow. Man, just keeps going up. All right. Oh, flat ground. Glory be. Probably won't last. It does look like the top is a little further up. Oh, yep. Would you look at that? More hill. Whew. I feel like I'm going to go towards the campground. Let's see. Yep, there's the intersection. And then this side trail has a couple waterfalls and a couple caves or arches. There's also a bathroom, which, oh, that would be nice. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And then I come back to this spot and go that way for tonight. Okay. To KR Campground. Ooh, smells like Christmas. Lovely. I made it. Oh, so pretty. Oh, what a day. This is a serious staircase. I'm gonna have to climb all the way up to come back. Oh boy. I'm ready for a break and a snack and a cool place to have it. This is incredible. I feel like Indiana Jones. What? This is the arch. And there's a cave behind it. Definitely gonna hang out here. Enjoy the coolness of the rocks. Have a snack. It's very cool, but definitely a steep incline. So I want to be careful. All right, time to head back the way I came. I could film it all again, or could just hit reverse. Oh, okay. It's like walking through a secret garden. mountain wall just for me. Oh, look at them all. I love the color of this rock. Oh, it's so cool. Well, guess there's more stairs. Ooh. Hey, we're back. Well, you've seen all this before. See you back at the trail junction. Just kidding. We're back. Okay. I need to take a rest here. I am beat. And then towards the rough trail, where hopefully we will find camp. Heading back down into the valley. Should be connecting with the creek soon. It's almost 4 o'clock, so I've got plenty of time. I'll start scouting for a campsite once I reach the water. Lots of down trees in here. Yikes. It's kind of freaky. I guess they just take each other out. Okay, well, looks like I'm gonna have to crawl under that one. Whew, here we go. Oh, that's cold. That's a little muddy. Oh boy. Here we are. Home sweet home for the night. This is amazing. It's going on 6 o'clock, so might as well start getting dinner going. Then go since I've been to camp, but it's kind of one of my favorite things about camping is staying busy. My water is boiling. Be civilized. There's a bay leaf in here. Oh. I drank almost my whole 2 liters of water today, so I definitely want to make sure I have plenty for tomorrow. The problem is I only have 1 pot, and I don't really want to put boiling hot water in my bladder. So do I keep the fire going while I cool off the water? Or do I let it go out and start it over again? Of the spaghettis that I've had backpacking, which usually are not good, the flavor's really good on this one. There's just a texture to it that's not quite right. But the flavor's good, so I'll give them points for that. The sauce is good too. And instead of using meat, they're using textured vegetable protein. I think that's the way to go. Oh, yeah, this is good. Kind of hard to eat with a spoon, but it's already 7:30, so I'm already up later than I was yesterday. I doubt I'll stay out of my hammock until dark, but maybe. Boiled 1 last pot of water. Have plenty of wood for the morning. Figured I'd enjoy these last few embers with my cup of chai. Really enjoyable night. I feel like I'm starting to figure out this stick stove, which is a huge win for me. I decided to stop at the gas station and get some candy to have while I'm out. Nerds Gummy Clusters. Travis just turned me on to these recently, and oh my god, they're so good. I loved Nerds as a kid. Looks like a ball of Nerds, but there's a gummy candy inside. It's so good. I don't know how it's gonna go with tea. I don't care. Oh my gosh. Everything tastes 50 times better out here. It's just after 9:30 and I am just now getting in the hammock. I'm pretty excited for tomorrow because I have a big lookout that I've been looking forward to. But on that note, I'm probably going to read a little bit and then pass out, and I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Good morning. Doing the usual breakfast this morning. Nothing fancy. Get this fire going. It's crazy how a little cold or a little humidity can just like completely change your fire game and make it so much harder. Fire will humble you. Another beautiful day. Another probably hot day. Gotta stay hydrated. Last night before I went to bed, I was consulting All Trails to look at my route and just try to see how far I went. Looks like yesterday I did a little over 7 miles according to the All Trails map. And today I have almost 5 miles. But yesterday a lot of what I hiked was flat, and it doesn't look like that's going to be the case today. From here I hike up. I'm going to a viewpoint that's supposed to be really awesome. And then I hike down to a creek. Sounds like the cicadas are already starting up with their daily whine. Such a crazy noise. It sounds like 100 ambulances going off in the distance. Like just this constant wailing. guess the trail goes up a creek bed. Yikes. This is a little sketchy. Switching hands. Okay. Oh man. That is not easy. It is starting to get warm out. Hiking straight uphill in the heat. Whew, does not help. Did y'all know Kentucky had lizards? What? It looks like a mini dinosaur. Oh, we are climbing mountains now, y'all. I believe the trail I'm on is called the Rough Trail, and I'm starting to see why. Whew, this is rough. Guys, I am on the top of a mountain right now, and there is a turtle here. Am I being punked? Not quite at the lookout point, but I found this neat bald and decided to stop and take a break. Only problem is there is no shade. Oh, I might just hide over there under those trees. But it's a really cool spot. I think I'm on the trail to Hansen's Point. This is amazing. Well, I can safely say that was one of the most epic viewpoints I have ever been to. And I'm in Kentucky. Have I said that? This is wild. Absolutely amazing. Oh, I could stay there all day, but honestly, it is so hot out and there's no shade. It's just the sun beating down on me. So unfortunately, I do have to go. It's about 12:30 now. I think I have maybe 3 miles left. So I have to hike back the way I came from Hansen's Point back to the trail and then head down to the creek and start looking for camp. Definitely a worthy side quest. Just got back onto the main trail from Hansen's Point, and immediately the trail starts going downhill, headed back into the valley, headed back towards the creek. Hopefully the shade and getting closer to the water will help cool off the air a little bit. Because I am toasty. I don't know if it's the heat or the constant elevation changes, but man, am I feeling it today. It's probably a little of both. Am I gonna take a break here? Yeah, I think I am. I am becoming quite beat. I think I need a break. Yeah, I needed this break. I'm gonna sit here a little while longer. Wow. Oh, looks squidgy. Where am I going? Oh my god. This is so crazy. Hey. All right, I found a bunch of firewood, but that still begged the question. I'm really far away from the creek. Am I gonna boil water down by the creek? Kind of sucks. And then I thought, I have all these waterproof bags, right? They're waterproof, so water can't get in. Water shouldn't be able to get out. Well, it took me about an hour to process my firewood, and honestly, I have a really good haul. Huge pile of sticks, and then a lot of bigger stuff. Hopefully I can get it going and then just keep feeding it those. Build up the stick stove, start a fire, and then start boiling water. My water storage is holding tight so far, so I'm glad that that worked. Saves me a lot of trips down to the water. Oh yeah, that's really good. I know the weather report only says 7% chance of rain tonight, but just have this nagging feeling, and I'm not one to be paranoid and put the tarp up for no reason, but something's just telling me to put it up, and I'm gonna listen to my gut. Time to get in the hammock. Anyway, that's gonna be a wrap for me tonight, and I'll see you in the morning. I think I am gonna just do a cold breakfast. So the first thing I'm gonna do this morning is get my oatmeal soaking. And hopefully by the time I have everything else packed up, it'll be ready to eat. I ended up not needing the tarp, but I'm glad I had it, just to make me feel better. But time to pack it up. All right, time to pack up the hammock. Awesome. Maybe it's time for breakfast. All right, I got everything mostly packed up. Just a few last minute things to do. Coffee. The nice thing about this coffee is that it does not require hot water. Some of them do, some of them don't. If you're in the market for an instant coffee that you can take backpacking, I highly recommend choosing one that doesn't require hot water. It just makes it a lot easier. Last day, we'll make it nice and strong. Last day. You know, the end of a trip is always bittersweet. You know, I'm kind of looking forward to being able to relax and sleep in my own bed. But on the other hand, there's just something so revitalizing about being out in nature and being in the forest. I'm gonna miss it. I feel like I made quite a few blunders in packing for this trip. I don't know, didn't have my head on right. And one of the things that I did was pack my hiking shoes that no longer have insoles because I burnt the insoles on our recent canoe trip. For the most part, I've been fine. I did have a hot spot on my left foot, so I'm just going to put some tape on there just to make sure it doesn't get any worse. It worked really well yesterday, having the tape. All right, what do you say we get on out of here? All right, well, I guess that's everything. Here we go. How cool is this? Oh, why do these rock formations never get old? Never gets old. Holy cow. Just magical. Something beautiful to look at around every corner. Haven't even gotten up to the arch yet. Okay, we're back in Indiana Jones territory here. Cool rocks and dense jungly forest. I'm just wondering if you can ever get sick of stunning viewpoints. This hike has had so many of them, and every single one has just been amazing. Hansen's Point obviously takes the cake, but even these little ones are just, wow.